Hey y'all, it's your girl Prissy Solo, and I am stressed out. Okay, y'all, it was either light up my joint or make this video. And to be honest with you, I might end up doing both. I'm gonna try my best not to spark up during this video as I talk about this stuff right here. But y'all, listen. We're gonna get straight into the video because if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I don't really waste too much time. Sometimes I do tend to babble a little bit, but when it comes to starting videos, we get straight into the tea. Now, this is not really no tea that I will be happy to share, but if y'all don't know me, when it comes to social media, there's you kind of probably got to get a glimpse of what I care about. And two things I care about is my people and the kids. And when I saw this story, which is actually going around, I don't know how recent it is. I saw it today. I actually saw it within the last hour. I was like, oh, we got to talk about it. Because I was in here, y'all, talking to myself. And my mind was just volcanic. Meaning, again, it's about to erupt at any moment. So I was like, you know what? I have to talk to y'all. Because I got to let it out. So what's going on? A Florida man is going viral for marrying his 18-year-old goddaughter. Now, people are saying he's 55, 54. I got a receipt pulled up from a charge he caught in 2014 for well, who cares what it was for? It wasn't no child molestation or nothing like that. But he was 54 then. So that was 7 years ago. The man should be about 61 years old now. So the 61-year-old just married this fresh new 18-year-old who is his goddaughter. I don't do no stories without doing homework. Even if I choose not to share stories, I'm the type of person that, you know how some people, like, they share articles, they just go and share it. I like to dig deep. Like, maybe that's my, I like to get into it. Like, I'm not going to just take stuff for just face value. So I started to watch her lives, her mama lives, and I wanted to know what's going on. Now, the first live I saw was of the girl. I think her name is Deja. And Deja was basically riding in the car with her husband and basically trying to put to rest all the things being said about her husband and herself. Now, to be honest with you, it was actually really hard to sit through when I didn't know all the facts because she was yelling. And I'm just like, what the hell is she yelling about? Like, what is going on? Like, you know, I didn't understand. She was bragging about small things. So I had to dig. And upon further investigation, what had happened was, this, like I said, she married him. She just turned 18. There's other kids in the picture, the photo, which I'm gonna insert here. And I'm like, who are these kids? Because if he is, because a lot of people saying that he was in her life from when she was a child, and I totally believe that because there's a photo, which if I have it, I'm gonna put it up, of them two when she was a kid. Like, when I say a kid, she looked like she was no more than 2 years old, of him and her. And now this is your wife at 18. Make it make sense. Now, her mother says that she ran away in 2017 and he was helping look for her. There is a Facebook post that has came back and resurfaced of the mom concerned about her child that had ran away and her tagging this now husband, the godfather, in it, saying, you know, contact me or him. So obviously he was close with the family. Now, how she falls in love with this man, I have no idea. I don't know the back history, but the mother said that she had sex with him back in 2017 when she went missing. So why are you going after your mom's leftovers? She's saying that she don't want to date no boys her age. Now let me tell you something, Deja, I can agree with you on that. She's saying she grown. I'm 28, so I'll beg to differ because now I know better. But at 18, I used to say I was grown too. So let's kind of like get into the meats and potatoes. So at 18, are you legally grown? Yes. She has a kid. She has a little girl. That's not his. That's not the man's. She is raising this daughter, she says, on her own without her mama help. Her mom, she says, you know, is a junkie. Don't do nothing for her. She do it all on her own. She 18. She grown. She got a car. She got a place. Okay. I validated myself by being grown at 18 for the same exact reason. I had my son already. I was a teenage mom. I was doing it all by myself at that time. I too had my own place at 19. I think I was 19 or 20. I think it was 19. You know what I mean? Taking care, paying my own bills. But back then, my rent was like $500. Back then, can we just keep it on this channel? We keep it real, so let's just keep it real. You are validating yourself that because in the black culture at 18, it's typical for adults to tell us you're grown, get out, figure it out, do something with your life. I'm not taking care of this no more for you. Okay? Her mom says that she did used to have an addiction to coke. And she's been clean since 2015. And she's always taking care of her girls. It's just she wanted to be rebellious, whatnot. She ran away. I know at 16, a lot of girls, 17, that ran away at that age. Typically because you don't want to be told what to do. You don't want no curfew because you think you're grown and you want to do what you want to do. I also know how it feels to have drug addicted parents, okay? But this is my thing. And then we go, and y'all could just hear me out for the whole video before y'all drop down in the comment section, please. You feel like you're grown because you feel like you're alone and you're making it happen on your own, right? But we don't give mothers, especially single black mothers or single black fathers, enough credit. If your mom is taking care of you and you got about 4 or 5 other siblings, because she got siblings, she ain't the only child, by herself, no, it's not going to be perfect. A lot of times these moms are young raising these kids, so they be young themselves, just learning, just trying to figure it out too. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not trying to excuse nothing her mama did, because like I said, I could feel her on that part. I know what it's like to be a teenage mom. I know what it's like to have drug addicted parents. But if your mama is alive still, and your mama if your mama was an addict and she didn't sell you to nobody, she ain't let nobody touch on you and stay with them, she ain't like stuff like that. Like, I feel like we got to give more credit instead of being so angry and be like, well, you didn't do this because you didn't say nothing about your daddy. Where your father at? You know, like, anyways, but back, cause like I said, I do get sidetracked. So let's talk about this man. I don't know the man's name. All that little homework I was doing, I just didn't feel like it was relevant, to be honest with you, because in my mind, it's a predator. Because I liked older men when I was younger too, but let's keep it a buck. When I was 18 dating older men, it was because I was broke. I had no money. So to date a man that was my father's age was because he had the financial means. Not because necessarily I was attracted to him. Her husband is not attractive. So I'm going to go with my gut and say that she's with him for financial gain, right? Because she's on this live saying, I don't like no young niggas. And young niggas, woo woo. Okay, I can understand that. Because in your mind, I mean, let's say you're mature for your age. You're not grown. Let's just keep it a buck. I know. I thought I was grown at 18 too because I had my own place. Because I had a car and whatnot. But mentally, you're just older for your age. You grew up faster than typical 18-year-olds. And you're mature for your age. So even being mature for your age, you still ain't grown. Let's say you're 18 and you mature for your age. Let's put you at 21, 22. That's still young-minded. Okay? And this is coming from a place of that I have to learn with being older. When you older, and then you learn, it's not about the physical possessions that you have that make you grown, or because you had a child. It's your mindset, and your mindset ain't up to par, Deja. Because if your mindset was up to par, you wouldn't be marrying this man. Not just because of the age difference. Like I said, I understand older men, but now that I'm older and I understand. I can pinpoint and I can keep it real with myself and say, this is why I dated older men at this age. Let's keep it real about why older men date younger women. For one, what you asking for and what you want now and the things that you listed is the bare minimum. I can't even, yesterday's price is not today's price. I'm 18, 28. That's a 10-year difference. What I liked and what I was interested in at 18 is not the same as 28. My shopping sprees and the outfits I buy now and what's important to me, my wigs don't even cost the same amount from when I was 18 to 28. Okay? Grown men know this. So you're thinking he's doing this, he's taking care of this, he's doing this, and this. He can afford you. You're affordable. It's better to deal with the 18-year-old who won a shopping spree at Forever 21 and some weed and her cell phone bill paid versus the older woman who needs new furniture, who's into diamonds, who won't, you know what I mean? who got a house full of kids, so you can't come up over here to stay. Like, it's just different things. Like, to be honest with y'all, I didn't plan this video. I don't have no notes, so if, like I said, if I'm missing things or if I'm scattered, this is why. Like I said, volcanic. My mind is volcanic. It's about to fucking erupt at any moment, because I'm just like, yo, older men. So for one, they don't want to deal with no high value woman, no expensive woman, no woman with standards, no woman who's gonna make them. First of all, also, you're not financially stable like that, hun. Supposedly, allegedly, she was just put out when she was pregnant with the daughter she had, because he thought that she was sleeping around with young dudes. So that lets you know right now there also that it's a control manipulative thing. Usually, you know, you get older, you wiser. A lot of stuff that you go for at 18, you ain't gonna go for at 28. Okay? So it's easier to manipulate you. It's easier, like I said, to keep you happy because it's cheaper. Even with a child, I mean, some Pampers and some formula and all that kind of stuff, it still ain't pushing up on a woman his age. And it's gonna call him out on his BS. All the time, young girls, when a guy wants to date you when you're younger, you need to, instead of always thinking about what you're going to get out of the equation, think about what is he benefiting from. Why isn't he dating nobody his age? A lot of times, too, it's for their ego. Makes them feel good to have a young woman, a younger woman, because especially if they're unattractive and stuff, to have a hot, fine young thing on them, you know. They also want to be with somebody who hasn't had a lot of partners, regardless of how many partners they grown ass have had. They want to be with somebody who hasn't had a lot of sexual experience, so that they can groom them, as you will. And speaking of grooming, that's exactly also, I feel like, what's the difference between me and Deja. The fact that she's not just with an older guy. I wouldn't like the fact that she was a 61-year-old man marrying an 18-year-old girl is not cool with me by any means. I don't like it. But I feel like at the same time, if it's beneficial for both of them, then fine. They both get something out of the equation. And this aspect, like I was saying, I did it because I was not where I need to be financially. She's not either. Whatever little job you think you got, girl, if that man puts you out, you ain't gonna have nothing. And then you burnt your bridges with your mama, which we're gonna get into in a minute. But my thing is this. I feel like for her, it's more than just that. And that's what's scary. I don't think it's just a financial thing for her. And that's what's actually worse to me. Because if you were groomed prior to being 18 as a kid, let you tell it now, you grown. So as a kid, you being groomed. And then this man marries you as soon as you turn 18. Lord have mercy. I don't even care. Let's just say he didn't even touch her. They never had anything sexual go on prior to she was 18. The fact that you're getting with somebody that is your godparent, that's family. That don't sit right to me. There's so many other older men. Question, why didn't she go date somebody else? If she like older men, that's her thing. Why you didn't go date nobody else? You dated this particular man for a reason, because you were groomed, girl. Predators usually do this. And you need to be concerned for your child, because you have a daughter. And it's crazy to me. It's so crazy to me that this man don't see nothing wrong with what he did. He's on his Facebook. I'm like, I must be the first man who ever dated a young woman, who ever married a young chick. No, you're not. And we got something to say about them too. The problem is you're the godfather, sir. You were around. You got a picture with this girl from when she was 2. If you like younger women, you 61. 40 is younger for you. 35 is a young chick for you. You gonna get a fresh 18-year-old, and then not just that, a one that you helped raise, one who mama you sex on. Let's get back to that. Regardless of whatever kind of mother you had, you're a beautiful young girl. Why do you have to go behind your mama for a man? And if your mama was a dope fiend make bad choices. Why would you even want to go behind a man that she had sex with anyway? Why would a man that would lay with your mama even be your caliber of a type of man that you would even want to be with? Marry. Because you was groomed. You don't see nothing wrong with it. Because this is your savior. This is your protector, your everything, your husband, your world. Now, he's got you in a predicament where you're beefing with your mama. And that's something else I don't like. Because let's say your mama was a dope head, right? Let's say she was a terrible mom to you. She ain't never did nothing for you. Whatever, blase, blase. Okay, cool. You don't mess with her like that. You don't mess with her like that, but at the same time, ma'am, go put on the charger. The same time, ma'am, you don't mess with her like that. But it's like when you're talking down on your mama to justify being, what does your mama's past have anything to do with why your decision on why you dealt with this man? You're throwing your mom under the bus to justify being with this man because you know it's wrong. Because you know it's wrong. So you're trying to justify it. She didn't raise me. She wasn't there for me. She was a dope head. So you're trying to use that to justify why you're sleeping behind your mama. Whew. Okay. Now, I did watch the mom's live. The mom, I mean, she my type of chick as far as people character go. I could talk and hang with a woman like her mama, but she's not very mature, okay? And the apple don't fall far from the tree, okay? She's not very mature. She got on the live trying to justify and clear up all the things that her daughter was saying negative about her. Okay. Not too many emphasis are being put on this man. He needs to be held accountable. I'm so tired of the black community. I used to think this was just my family. Now that I'm older, I realize this is a black community thing. Black community, men and women, we have to protect our kids. We have to protect the kids. And I'm so sick of people not standing by. Like, you don't like this type of behavior. You don't like this stuff, but you don't do nothing. You don't say nothing. We sweep it under the rug. Right now, this is going viral on social media. And all these people are sending in tips and leaving comments that lived around the way and said he dealt with plenty of young girls. Why haven't y'all said nothing? Why is he still able to be an able body walking and roaming the streets to go on after these other young chicks and date another that he helped raise, his goddaughter? That's beyond me. And I want to say, like I said, shout out to all the single parents that are doing it by themselves. It's hard. Men, we need y'all in these households. We need the men in these black households. You have these black women raising these young girls by themselves, and these predators are preying on these single family black women's homes with these kids in them. Men, we need y'all to be present in y'all kids' lives. Men, even if these aren't your kids, we need black men to start standing up and saying something to it and holding other black men accountable. I'm so tired of black families protecting, as you will, these predators. They do nothing. They allow these predators that have molested a family member still welcome them in their home. And let me tell you something. I don't know what the syndrome is called, but this girl is showing signs of having something else, where sometimes some people will get molested or raped, and instead of, they won't look at their abuser as a monster. They protect them. They are okay with them. And that's why you'll have a group of people that can be molested and stuff, and you'll have some over here that will be, oh no, this is wrong, this is not right, and want to speak out and want to press charges or have you as you will. And then the same people that were also molested by the same monster or raped by the same monster will defend them and let this group of people feel like they lost their mind, they're doing too much, they need to chill out, it ain't like that. And they got raped too. And you like, what in the what? And child, I was raised by a man that wasn't my father. And I'm so grateful. And it's crazy that you'd even be like this, but if you are a single mother and you are making able-bodied decisions in which your child, you have a man around your child that's not a predator, you ain't never, like I said, you could get past anything with your drug addicted mom. If she ain't sold you, and if she ain't let her husband mess around on you and pick him up, you'll be okay. I promise you, you'll be fine. That's not the worst that can happen. That's the worst that can happen. Besides being like beaten, and because nowadays you ain't gotta even just worry about these men fucking your kids. You also gotta be worried about them beating them to death, apparently. So shout out to all the stepfathers who are men that are for the women and for the children, and ain't no fuck niggas, ain't no pedophiles, ain't no molesters, and cause like it's just they running rampant out here. They running rampant, and it's crazy to me that like even with all the knowledge that we have out here these days, where people are speaking up and sharing their stories, and we're talking and we're communicating now about this type of stuff, that this young girl Deja still can't put it in her head that this ain't right. That something about this just ain't what it should be for her. Miss Grown. And now do you understand why I say 18 not grown? Because you don't have 18, you thinking you're gonna run circles around this old man, right? But you're not the first young girl he done dealt with. You ain't the first 18-year-old girl he done messed around with. He been plotting on you. This is new to you. This ain't new to him. And it's just crazy to me that it's like, because your mental capacity is just not there yet. You think you got it. You think you're so wise and so smart. And you probably really are very wise and smart for your age. But you got to think, even if you're older for your age at 18, you're still not 61. Ooh, child, I'm about to spark up. Listen, y'all, I plan to quit smoking very soon. But not before I light this motherfucker up. Because, child, the people got me hot. They got me stressed. Whew. And like I said, a lot of it is because I can relate to this young girl in some aspects. Being a single mom, having drug addicted parents, feeling like you in it by yourself, being attracted to older men, dating older guys. And if y'all want a video of me talking more in depth of why I feel like older men and younger women date one another and what's that about, let me know. I love to touch on real stuff, real talk. Stuff like this is what I care about. I care about the kids. I care about our people. As black people, I want better for us. You know what I mean? I want a healing amongst all of us. And I want us to start being able to hold each other accountable and to have the tough conversations. Have these tough conversations if it's going to save other kids. Like, I'm so concerned about this little girl's daughter, because I'm just like, I'm thinking about this show I watched a long time ago. Y'all know I'm a crime show fanatic. I love crime shows. And the show, this man was dating this woman, single mom, of like 3 kids. She had like 3 daughters. Maybe 2 daughters and a little boy, but let's just say all girls, from what I remember. Somehow the mom passes away. I did that look because if you know, then you know how the mom passes away, okay? The kids never see her again. The stepfather comes up with some type of elaborate reason of what happened to the mom. She ran off, left them, whatever lie he told these kids. He marries the oldest daughter. Y'all, this is real. This is not a fabricated story. He marries the oldest daughter. She somehow wakes up out the matrix and decides, she wants, I think because he starts to show interest in her younger sister. She didn't even see nothing wrong when it was her. When it was her, then it was something, she just thought it was something, because as we all are at 18, thought it was something so special and particular about her, is why he made this. Oh, he don't usually talk to no girls my age, as young as me and stuff like that. Or he would never date, usually, his ex-wife's daughter. Is just something so special about you. So in particular about you. And then that's when everything unraveled and came to the forefront, and she was able to save herself and her sisters. Unfortunately, not the same for the mom. But it just makes me think about that, and I'm just like, where are these black men? We need you. We need you. We need y'all. We need the real kind, because these predators, these I don't even want to call them men. They oh man, they don't want nobody touching their kids. But all bets are off when it comes to yours. Okay? Now I'm gonna leave that with y'all. I want y'all to comment down below y'all thoughts on this and what y'all think about this situation. I know when I was saying this story that y'all were thinking in y'all heads about something. Y'all were thinking about either something that resonated with y'all that y'all could relate to, or that you know about, or maybe somebody that you know that has been through this. And I'm telling y'all, when you begin to start speaking on situations and opening your mouth, I promise y'all the healing will begin. It's nothing to speak up when you see something that don't seem right. It's nothing. If you can't even find it, your throat chakra is not unlocked. It's unbalanced. It's low. You just ain't got a voice that you like to use. It's nothing to call the police anonymously. I believe in street justice. I have a way of how I think we should deal with these type of men. Like I said, I don't even want to call them men. Pedophiles, predators, as you will. Child molesters. I mean, I guess you can't call him a child molester in this sense because she's 18 years old, but he groomed that girl. You can't tell me he ain't groomed this girl prior to her turning 18. So that's still a child. To me, that's still a child predator. And that's just giving him the benefit of the doubt that they didn't even do anything prior to her turning 18. Okay? I have some ideas in mind, but if you're not with street justice, then you need to call the law. You need to call CPS. How are y'all okay with just letting stuff like this go on? Y'all don't act like y'all don't care because it's not your kids. That bothers me. And I'm about to go because I'm feeling stressed. I gotta go. Share this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Prissy Solo.